there's a difference between, making a constructive mistake and making just a dumb mistake that is
Yeah.
completely avoidable.
Like this is the first thing we learned about trading. So we have this mindset immediately, but other people who they started like in the late 20s, they already had another job, so that they had that mindset.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Next Gen Traders YouTube channel. As you can see, it's just me and Alex today. It is Saturday, November 13th. This is actually our 20th episode. Time has been flying. We've been doing these for a few months now. They've been super helpful for us. Hopefully, you guys got something out of them as well. So, yeah, me and Alex are just going to talk about the listed and OTC market. Not much has changed, but we'll get to that in a second. We'll go over our trades from this week as well as how this week has been. And then we will talk about what we are looking forward to coming into the current week and kind of just get into some open discussion between the two of us. So Alex is going to start off talking about how the OTC market is going. So Alex, OTCs, what's the state of them?
Yeah, so nothing really changed from the last week. But one thing that was special about this week is it started very good, but ended very bad. Like on Monday, Tuesday, there were many runners. Then Wednesday, nothing. Wednesday was nothing there. Then Tuesday and Friday we had something, but the day Friday ended, it was brutal. I'll go over the charts. Yeah. So I would say that's still nice, but I always say it's November, so I'm like, it's November, I just wake up. Like that's I don't know, but of course I'm not like chasing anything or like forcing. I'll just say that I'm sad.
Like wake up market. It's freaking November.
Yeah.
You're supposed to start heating up now. All right, is that all you got for OTC market? All right, so for the listed market, there's been a start of the EV hot sector coming back again. A few EV stocks running good this week. Obviously, the Rivian IPO had a lot of people going crazy over that. Tesla was running pretty well earlier in the week, and then Lucid and a bunch of different EVs were being the sympathy, and then obviously Rivian came along, and some people traded that. So a lot of people are invested in that as well. There's a huge freaking valuation on Rivian, like $113 billion or something. Like second in vehicles behind Tesla. So super, super crazy. Looking forward to see if the EV sector can continue into the next week and beyond. Hopefully it just gets better and better, but still a pretty choppy market. As Alex said, should be starting to heat up soon, given that it is mid-November. And yeah, we'll just be ready for the price action, whatever we're going to be seeing. So that's about it for the listed market. And moving right away from the listed market, Alex is going to talk about his trades right now. So
okay, so this was my first two trades, DLP. Last weekends when I was doing my watch list, I saw this stock. So the first days I was watching that on this day, and this was crazy. I think let's go to the intraday. It is just crazy. Look,
wow,
I was watching this. Well, obviously I wish I found this here. This is a nice Suzal, 300% run, 200% run. But the way it was going, like the people, these chasers is crazy. Like, why would you chase it that high? And then look how it ended. Like literally in 1, 2, 3, 4 candles from 3.2 to 1.6. I think
4 minutes and it died.
The similar stock was, I think this one. I want to show this Signal. I think it's the one that I won't find this. It's Elon Musk once mentioned it, and he had the same. Oh yeah, here. Yeah, here. From less than $1 to 70. I was watching that live. That was a nice entertainment right there.
Oh my god.
The way it. So it was literally the same, and I actually want to go over this because this is very interesting. This is going to be interesting. Here you go. Look. From $7 to 70, and then in 3 candles it went from 70 to 20 to 30. So yeah, when I saw this on this stock, I was like, okay, then after that it's done, because why would you play this again? But then it actually set up nicely here. Like I wasn't even watching this, I just saw it here, someone mentioned it, And when I look at this chart, it was so clean for me. Like it was before this day, so it was like this. Like it's very clean, but yeah, obviously the bad thing is it didn't have any history, so wasn't like, I don't know, but I still like the chart. It was very nice. So on Monday, let me show my trades. On Monday, I actually had two trades on Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, I don't have many notes because it's not really. So I entered. So first entry was, oh, that was actually one trade. Yeah. So I entered here because of like this little trigger. I just wanted to test this because this is an interesting pattern, you know, because it had a huge range. Like imagine from here to like, this is like a big percentage. So the trigger like on the daily was, on the intra-daily was, I think this one. No, actually this one, 76. Yeah, 76. And then maybe this like after that. But I entered before that on this break, like on the dip, because I missed this. I think it happened very quickly again. And then I didn't get full size, and then I added here. This was actually my first time adding. So I added here to full size. I mean, $20 risk, I think. And then it was looking so good. Like it had a nice move. Like it wasn't very like volatile, but still like the intraday was good. So
yeah, it was good.
I mean, this thing happened, but my risk was, I think, 70 or something. So I held overnight, and yeah, here's what happened. So overnight, when I woke up, so it closed at 76, closed at 76. The bid was at 76, 176, and then at the open, I think the bid was like at 170, and the ask was at like 185, and then at some point it became like 150. Like, oh my god, I'm done. I was so scared. Like I think so. The last time I was scared, that was when I had my biggest loss in March, when I held overnight and then I had a panic, like gap down the panic. So I was very scared because I had like a $20 risk, but my risk was on I think 165, no 170. So 165, that's a big difference. So that would be like $50 loss, and I was already ready. That I was like prepared for that. I was like, okay, I accept my defeat.
Yeah.
Okay. But then like something, I don't know, like the gods came, they helped, they had bidders and then pushed like to 180. I tried to sell there, but I couldn't sell, so I just sold in two pieces at 178 for a tiny gain. And I was like, okay, I'm done with this.
That could have gone way worse.
Yeah, I'm done. So this is very scary. I think that I had actually two trades on this, if I remember correctly, maybe on the other day too. Yeah, so okay, then this one trade, that was $20 gain, but this was too stressful, so I'm not gonna trade this non-history stocks anymore. Well, at least unless I have some experience with them. Then
gotcha.
This one was a pretty good one. Well, first of all, this day when I had the first green day, it had like spiked, so there was no way to trade this. I think it had a very like quick spike on this day. Yeah, like I mean, this is just out of nowhere. So
oh yeah, that's nothing.
So yeah, but I was like, okay, then and I think Hari, he started saying that this can go breakout like with Alus, but I really didn't believe that because this is just a first like spike out of nowhere. But then it had another one. Then this, I mean, here it looks like overextension, but if you look at this chart, like it is pretty good. Like look, we have a first day, and then like this actually looks like consolidation.
Yep.
So, but I still thought like the best entry was somewhere here, but it just never really offered like good entry for me. Well, maybe you can say that this, but I don't know. It's not my type of entries, like
Gotcha.
in the lows. So I traded this on Tuesday, I think. Let me see, 11. Yeah, probably. Yeah, Tuesday. So yeah, I saw this like a little trigger here at 25. You see here, this little one, and I entered. Well, I got a nice fill. I entered right there, and I wanted to use like $20 risk, I think, but because I had a nice field that was like a small risk then, And I don't know why, but I didn't even think about adding here to full size, but I should have obviously. This was like a better entry.
Right.
So yeah, my risk was on this low, and this was actually also a multi-day breakout level. So this was like a level from here, and this was the all-time breakout. So that was my goal.
Yep.
And it broke this right away here. And one thing that I learned is, so if you get an entry early before the breakout, then your sells should be like two different ways. You have to either sell before the breakout in case it rejects, or you have to sell after it breaks and then runs. So that's why when I had this move, I didn't sell because it wasn't that much from my entry.
Right.
And then I thought about selling into the next push, but then I was like, so if I didn't sell here, then why would I sell like a little above the breakout? Because the breakout already confirmed. Look, it tested it, retested, and then had another push. So I was like, okay,
Right.
then I'm not gonna sell anything. And my plan to start selling like first third, it was above 285. So all this day I didn't sell anything, and I was actually proud of myself that I didn't sell anything. I swung everything. Then the next day happened. Yeah, I did my mistake. In the last episode, I said that's actually very ironical because in the last one I said once I'm in a trade, I know exactly what to do, and I said I know how to set the risk and stick to it. But well, I think this one showed that I don't know exactly everything, and I think for now I'll stop saying I know exactly before I actually have experience with everything.
Of course, yeah.
Because so this was a little different because this, like, I had my risk, but it just started panicking so hard. Like you see here, like it had a gap to 28, but then just right to the huge panic. I mean, the percentage maybe not huge, but it was like very bad. I didn't like it. And then also team bought Sykes, he bought. So I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do? And I was very, because I don't think I ever like held the breakout overnight and then started panicking that much. So I should have expected that, but I didn't expect that big of a panic. So I just sold into the bounces, and that was a mistake. I shouldn't have sold. Maybe only one, and then just hold the rest, because I really believed he can break high day. But I was like, okay, let me just be done with this. But obviously I should have held, and if I held everything, right? If I didn't even sell, I would have sold a first, third here, and then the next one probably somewhere here because you rejected 30 cents. I mean 0.03, and then and then you will look at this, just this ugly panic.
This was crazy. I remember seeing this.
So, and the last piece I would have sold somewhere here too. Well, when it broke my risk probably. So well, when it broke risk, it wasn't a panic, so would have gotten feel like way lower, I think. But still, I mean, still it was a 2.5 hour gain, so nothing like to complain about. But I just know that I should have played this way better than I did. But still it's nice when you play bad, but you still have a nice gain.
Oh, of course.
So yeah,
2.5 risk reward on a bad trade, or just a good trade, not a great trade, but a good okay trade. Yeah. That's awesome.
The good thing is that I didn't hesitate and I entered here. Like I like my entry.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, and the fact that I didn't sell anything is also good, because I think 3 months ago I would have sold everything here maybe. So yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Your patience has gotten a lot better. If this was me trading this, I would have sold a third into the all-time breakout level, a third into the push right after it, and then a third right before the close. That's exactly what I would have done.
In the close? Oh yeah, probably, because yeah, the overnets are kind of difficult, but I don't know, it was just a nice breakout, so I thought maybe it's also because it was kind of overextended still, Yeah, like from once to yeah. And then you
saw
see
it, capitalized on it.
Then you see the next day, so it had another panic, and so yeah. The next one was on Friday. This was a really nice setup, like perfect. We had first move. So this move I don't play this. I think never. I never, because you don't know, like it's just a guessing game. I play after it has the second leg up. So this
Yep.
first green day, I talked about it in the last episode how I missed this. So now after the first green day, it was setting up for the breakout. Like after we get this first green day here, and then here start set up for a breakout. I don't know. I didn't enter like before. Like I know one of my friends, he traded this first green day and then he had an entry. I think this day I didn't enter because I was in that MMTLP trade.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, well, you see how choosing place is also important.
Mm-hmm.
So I recognize actually this, but I just didn't want to enter because I was in that trade, and that was a mistake that because I was like, okay, I'm in one trade, why would I enter the other trade? But now I know that doesn't matter. I can imagine, like I can manage two trades, and I did it before. So
Oh yeah,
this
of course.
was a nice entry here at 270. I mean,
Ooh, I like that.
One entry. He had an average at here, 21.87, I think, and then the risk is here, 21.25. Here, and then just he held everything. I think he sold. Yeah, he sold at 1/3 here. This is just perfect. Like the execution are perfect. Like
Beautiful.
here the risk reward is already like 5. So the first sell was like at 10, I think. 10, 7, 8, I don't know.
Crazy.
So yeah, and then just hold the rest, hold the rest, hold the rest. And the thing ABB has, like a common thing, every day gaps. Look, every day has a gap, and then week open. Gap, week open. You see here again, gap, we go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one maybe wasn't a week, but like you see here again, gap, week open. Gap, gap. Yeah, so every day gaps. And that's like
Yep.
you have to be prepared. That's gonna have a bad morning. So my entry, yeah, my entry. Let's see. Yeah, I entered on Friday after he has these 2 consolidation days. Okay, it didn't break out. The breakout level was above. So yeah, my entry was on this nice trigger. So this was nice because usually it always broke some levels, like broke out some levels in the midday and then just dipped above, did below. But here it actually held this 26. It didn't break it. Then it formed a little trigger here at 25.8, and I entered there. And I think I wanted 3,000 shares, but I only got like 2,800. So then I added to full size here at 26 break.
Nice.
You see how I entered before the 26 break. That was a nice entry. And my risk was 25, and it also, it doesn't say here. It also was previous day close. I mean, a little
yeah.
under. So this was perfect because you have this level, and then this level, and this level. So this was like the worst you can get, like because this is the actual level, but then like with slippage you can get 25. Well, yeah, I'll talk about myself. So I was looking $25, and I was kind of happy because I never risked like exactly $25. This was a really nice like trade. When it broke here, I was so excited. And then we had this, like this is a textbook. You have a first move consolidation, and then this move. But then at 27.19, we had a lot of sellers. See, tried to break 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Tried to break, but every time it rejected. But still, like we had a nice bidders, and nothing was like what happened at the end. I have no idea why. Nothing was going for it. Like it was nice consolidation. I don't know. I was hoping for the same close. I didn't even hope for the break. I was like, okay, let's just close here, and then on Monday, because breakouts gap nicely during the weekends. But then right out of nowhere, it just had a huge sell-off, and here I sold before risk because I knew this is like it's about to die. So I sold. I thought I sold everything, but I sold like 2,700 shares. So 90% of my position. Well, and this sell that doesn't really matter, but I I spotted one thing that every time I have a limit, because I want to sell like no matter what, and every time I get this bottom ticks, like every time I catch the bottom, I don't know, like when I put my limit that below the bid, it always gets me like the worst thing ever, the worst execution. But I didn't really care because it was like 300 shares.
Right.
Yeah, this wasn't even 1 hour loss because I reacted early. This was like $7 loss. So yeah,
But yeah, that was super weird price
was
action. Like,
very
what the
very
heck?
very sad. Yeah, and my friend who was swinging for 4 days, he also sold here. I mean, he still like made like 10R, but just wasted everything because he could have made 10R on the first day.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
this is just like I was really expecting for this 28 6 breakout, but just out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And also another stock I want to talk about is this one. This was the same day, but instead of dumping, it had a nice move.
Oh,
And
clean.
I didn't trade that here. I mean, the risk was like 5%, so I wouldn't have like big position size, but I think uh, this was like another possible entry on this volume. I don't enter it just randomly here, but because this had a volume, you could have entered here.
Right. Mm-hmm.
The same risk. And then you had a nice move, but still the R isn't that huge. It just ran out of nowhere. I think because because Tim Sykes, he said that he was in, even though he wasn't. He's like usual alert. So then this happened, and then ABB died. Not only AB, but also this one, also Fern also
Burn,
died.
yeah.
So unfortunate. I don't think I have no.
Everybody
Oh yeah,
piling
I
into
do.
IQST.
Yeah, I missed that trade yesterday. This was because this was a midday entry and I didn't want to enter. Then so I just missed all this. But I know that if I was in, I would have held obviously through everything and I would have sold. So I would have had a nice loss. But I like if I go back time, I would take this loss because this was a nice trade, nice setup. See here on the daily. So you see how ABB and Fern just died on Friday. Friday like last hour. ABB died last 10 minutes. I don't know, like just out of nowhere. Not they both died the last 10 minutes, 20 minutes
Mm-hmm.
just died, and the other one spiked, and also
Yep.
my old friend also spiked. This guy, I I'm telling you, my somewhere here I said it's gonna hit $5, and it's about to do it. Like I don't know how it's doing that. See how it retested this breakout perfectly.
Yeah.
I wanted to enter, but it just had a huge gap at the open, like no chance to enter. Just look from.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, obviously this high day was a nice entry, but I don't know. It just was too high for me. I don't know.
It's like a
But
10% gap up almost.
yeah, on the $4 stock. So this one's gonna hit five. I'm telling you, five. Not a financial advice.
Oh, no. Not financial advice. Just a disclaimer. Do your own due diligence.
So yeah, well, that was my week. I had two trades, two losses. Oh yeah, two losses, not two trades on one. Yeah, so two losses. And that was $7 loss. And let me stop sharing this. Okay, so yeah, I had a $4 loss. Actually, on that MMTLP, I had two trades. I didn't show because on those executions it didn't show, but I had the first entry and then I just sold for nothing just to re-enter later. So I had that $4 loss and then $7 loss, and then I had 25 gain and $42 gain. So
Fantastic.
well, didn't have any like big trades, but still taking something at least.
That is what we like
Playing
to
it safe.
see. Making the most of the price action that you are given. That is all we can do in this field.
Yeah, next week I'm sizing up to $30, like
Yes.
on the start of the week. I don't know, like I need pace. Nothing. It's bad.
Of course. Yeah. The only thing that we're missing is the hot market. I definitely
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, that's all what I got.
Awesome. That's all you got?
Yeah.
That was fantastic. Great job. Great analysis. So I'm going to go now. I'm going to go over, let's see, I'm going to go over two trades from this week, and I'm going to go over one missed trade. I did not trade very much this week. I only traded 4 times, so that was pretty good. But let me share my screen here super quick. All right, so this was PTRA. This is an EV play. This was on Monday. Let me go to the daily chart really quick. As you can see, this was kind of a first green day. After this kind of mock red day type thing, I really did not know what happened here, but then we got a gap up due to the EV. Tesla was going, Rivian was anticipated in the next few days. So yeah, this was on Monday. Again, we got this super massive spike from the 10s to the 14s, and then just kind of dumped down and then came under VWAP and then opened around VWAP. So this was super awesome. Got this spike out the open. I don't like playing the spike out the open. I like waiting until it settles down until after 10 a.m. That's where my prime area is, around 10:30. So it comes under, sets this low a day, bounces off the previous low a day perfectly right here. So I was like, okay, this is awesome. I ended up entering right here on the break of this trend line. Going through this just now, my ideal entry would have been the break of this trend line. I'm not sure why I entered a little later here, but I guess it was because this wick right here kind of like shook me a little bit. And even though it was like nothing, but anyways, I got my first basing, got my second basing. I should have entered here, but I ended up waiting until this trend line broke and entered here. Then I my risk was pretty tight. You know, it was right here at 1240. Didn't need to be any wider than that. Didn't need to be down here in the 1220s. Didn't need to be low a day. I know what I need to see. Anyways, chopped around for a little bit, got that spike, sold 1/3 above VWAP into the 1260s. Held this one a little bit, sold my other third right here at 1275. So my first third was 1265. My second third was 1275. And then I held my final third with my new risk right here at 1252. And then I sold my final third into this push right here at 1285. So, you know, scaling out in 10-cent increments, scaling out in thirds. If I were to trade this again, I would aim to be a little bit more patient. But as you can see, it only ran another 10 more cents, and then it just dumped, and then it, you know, came under VWAP and then chopped around, and really didn't do much else the rest of the day, as you can see. So this was a good trade to start the week. It was a little over 1R. Yeah, just focus on executing the best I can, and did pretty well here. Working on my scaling out, that's always something I can improve on. So
Lance,
yeah.
can you tell me your entry? Like exact entry.
My exact entry? Yes, I can. Let me 1248.
And the risk?
1224. So I was risking here.
Oh, here? Oh, I thought you were risking that 1240 level. I feel like it's very tight. Okay.
Oh, nice. Wait, no. Oh, wait, yeah, no, I was risking here. Yeah, wait, what was I saying? Thank you for catching that, actually.
140?
I was risking here at 1224.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, because I was like, if you're risking 1240, then it's not 1 hour gain. It's like 3 hour gain.
Yeah, no. Oh, also, that's another thing. This was only a 1.9% risk. When I say R gain, I hardly ever get to size in, or especially on a stock that doesn't have amazing range. Like this one didn't have amazing range. If I were to size in for a 1R gain, which my current risk is $15, I would have had to use like a 700, 600, 700 position size here. And I didn't have the settled cash for that.
Oh.
So
wait, when you say it's a 1 hour gain, you mean $15?
Yeah. Wait, okay, no, so actually, so my current R, well, actually, no. So I sized down the $12 risk this week. This I only ended up getting sized for $10 risk on this trade.
Okay, and then, for example, if the trades is $10 gain, what do you say? You say 1 hour gain, or?
I say it's 1 hour, yeah.
Okay, then, sorry. Okay, so it's risk reward then.
Right. So yeah, it was
okay, nice,
1-to-1.
Nice.
1-to-1.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was 1-to-1. Nothing special at all. Just a quick good way to start the week. Thanks for catching that. Yeah, obviously, guys, I did not set my risk right here. That's way too shallow. I set it down here, which was a much better level. But yeah, this was a good way to start the week. I'm gonna move on to FOSL, which was a trade from Thursday. And yeah, let me go to the daily first. This was a massive gap up. This was a earnings winner. There's been a lot of gap ups on earnings winners this week because it's earnings season. But we got this massive gap up right here. Let's see here. This was on Thursday. So we got this huge gap up, consolidating. Volume is really, really faded here. But we open right at VWAP, and then we get this spike. As you can say, I don't trade the first pop because there's no edge for me there. I wait until it settles down, sets the low a day. This was super, super choppy in here. Let's see. So I got this. I had to restart my trend line here. I restarted it here after this wick down here. Then I got this little basing here, drew this trend line, entered right here at 1863. Ended up scaling out a fourth here because I'm stupid and can't do mental math. I meant to scale out a third here, but apparently 5 shares is not even a fourth of 22 share position. So that was really stupid. I don't know how I didn't get 1/3, but nonetheless, this trade ended up not working, and that's fine. When I execute and keep my discipline in check, I will have a very good win rate with my current strategy because it's based off reactionary confirmation. So yeah, this one just dumped here. This should have been a third exit, and then I ended up getting all of my 3/4 here at my original risk that was set below this support right here. I had it set at like 1813. Yeah, 1813 right here. So I ended up getting my 3/4. Then it ended up just fading, dumping heavy down back into the 16s, and then just chopping around the rest of the day. And then as you can see, the next day it just consolidated, didn't really do anything. So yeah, this one didn't end up working. That's completely fine. This was a small loss, like a super small loss. It was like $7. So whatever. And again, this was meant to be a 1/3 exit, but yeah, that wasn't great. And then I'm not going to go over the other two, but the other two were just disciplinary mistakes that I know I can't be making. And I'll go over this in a second. I have a new little mojo thing that I'm going to be implementing. And so yeah, let me go over one more trade and then I'll get into that. I'm going to go over KPLT. This was a missed trade, so I didn't actually trade this. This was, what day was this? This was the 9th, so this was Tuesday. Not sure why I didn't trade this. It ended up being a really, really nice runner. Ended up closing around near the 6s. So the range wasn't fantastic, but it was good. Again, consolidated pre-market, got the spike out the open, set the low a day. This wick right here, as you can see, it barely ticked below this new support level that it set in the 440s. So that it made me have to redo my trend line because I have to wait for subsequent basing in sequence. So as you can see, there was this wick here. Should have been entering basing right here on the break of this trend line. Should have been entering here at 470, setting my risk down below this support, this little wick down here at around 458. So it would have been tight risk, would have held this here. Honestly, I probably would have sold the third here into the 480s, sold the third here into the 490s, sold the third here up in the 5s. But then we would be approaching 11:30 midday. And usually when my setup comes around, usually midday is never a good time. Usually midday it completely breaks down after I exit. But this one held up super, super well. This was a missed trade. Again, I didn't trade this. Again, this had another super awesome wedge right here in midday, but it's fine. So yeah, this ended up consolidating super, super well. After this fake crack under VWAP, recovered super quickly, and then just consolidated. As you can see, it had another push, another like higher low, and then kind of just chopped around. Not the cleanest ever, but the price action was very, very nice. I honestly don't know why I didn't end up trading this. I probably wouldn't have traded it here, but definitely here was where I'm comfortable. So yeah, this is like one of the trades that I'll be ready to make the next time it comes around. And yeah, so this was a good one. This was also a earnings winner as well. So yeah, earnings season's bringing some volatility, so that's good.
Okay, but there's another one you missed, remember?
Huh?
There's another one you missed also. R
I
and
know
XT.
I'm not going. I'm
No,
not
no, go
getting.
over
Oh,
that too.
RNXT.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a miss.
because
Oh,
it's a nice one too.
you're right. You're right. I didn't. I forgot about this one. Um. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So again, I don't like this first spike out the open.
Wait, is it
This
this? Okay.
this is a
This one? Or
yeah.
the
You said
other day? The other day?
RNXT.
No, the other day had a nice Thursday. Yeah, this one here on the
Here?
top. Yeah, no.
Oh, wait. So let's see. Okay. So yeah. I know why I didn't touch this. I didn't like how it was under VWAP the entire time during pre-market. Every time that
Oh, okay.
happened, it never ended up working. Um, and then it opened under VWAP. So if a stock opens under VWAP, that's automatically a sign that my setup is a lot less likely to work. And even if I did want to trade this, um, you know, let's see, let me look through this. Yeah, there's really no good entry spot for me on this. It would have been really nice to, take advantage of this trend break right here, enter here, sell a third, sell a third, sell a third. But that's fine. I didn't really, again, this wick right here, if there's a main lesson I learned this week, is to not let stupid wicks below main support phase me in my entry, because I needed to hold two new support levels in subsequent basing in order for me to draw my trend line to enter. But I just got to know that these wicks, these one wicks, are completely fine. And this ended up being super volatile, as you can see. Like from my entry, I would have been selling a third up here into the 770s. I would have been selling a third up here into the 790s, and then I would have been selling a third up here into the 8s. So that could have been a really nice trade. But thanks for bringing that to my attention. I completely forgot about this. But yeah, it was under VWAP the whole time during pre-market, which is not really what I look for. But when the price action recovers really well and looks like this, then I obviously got to put an eye on it. So yeah, that was all for the trades. I ended down this week just over 1R. So same as, or actually no, under 1R, just under 1R. So last week and this week, 1R losses, completely fine. One good trade will completely change my month. So so that's really good. But as I said earlier, I had a lot of disciplinary mistakes this week, and I really just have gotten sick of telling myself the same lessons over again and just making the same mistakes. I feel like recently I've been so focused on improving myself in the execution phase and exit phase and patience when I'm in a trade, where I'm getting ahead of myself, not being super proficient in my entry criteria, which is the most important. And I can't walk, or I can't run before I walk. And I can't be focusing on okay, what am I going to do once I'm in a trade? I'm focused this patient, this patient, this patient. And I've been focusing way too much on that aspect lately, and not enough on making sure that all of my entry criteria is there, and making sure that all of my technological parameters are lined up. And the main thing for this current week and beyond, I loved where my mindset was on Friday. I didn't have any trades on Friday, and that's completely fine. There was one I could have made, but it was nothing special. But yeah, the main thing that I say to myself is once I completely have my technical parameters in order exactly the way I know that I need them, the psychological and mental aspects will follow once you're in. That first entry part has to come first. Before you even think about how you're going to scale out, before you even think about patience during a trade, everything has to be there for your entry first. And I've put too much emphasis on one instead of both of them. So I have written this little mini paragraph thing that I put right on the front of my note page that I am going to keep there, and I'm going to read it every day. And I just typed it out on Friday. I really like where this is at. Again, like I said, I liked where my mindset was on Friday. So I'm going to read this little paragraph really quick that I wrote. I said, I'm changing my approach to the market. Time to think like a professional. Only make trades I aspire to make a year plus from now. Constantly reinforced to become the trader I need and want to be. Be completely technically sound with all my set criteria. Once I'm clear on that, my mental and psychological strengths will follow. This is a business and my career. No more stupid or disciplinary mistakes anymore. I'm going to be a professional day trader in the future, so it's time to start acting like it. Keep consistent and unfazed mindset, one trade at a time, elevate my performance, manage my mental capital well. Let's get to work. So that is going to be, you know, like what I read to myself like every single morning. And it comes down to the fact, like, how bad do you want to, you know, succeed? And I'm not going to succeed by making these dumb shit mistakes that I know I'm kicking myself right after. So as soon as I clean up this discipline, I'm ready for this week. I love where I'm at mentally. Yesterday, going into today, going into this weekend, I'm figuring exactly how well I need to manage my mental capital. And speaking of managing mental capital, we can talk about this in open discussion. But yeah, you know, I've got a few good things on my mind, and you know, I'm really ready for this week to, you know, clean up all the little things that I've been kind of chopping around with the past few weeks, and yeah, really see the full potential of my strategy and my edge and my setup, because if I have all these disciplinary mistakes, I can't truly gauge if my setup and how profitable my setup is. But once I clean up all this discipline, I'll truly be able to see, okay, either my edge works really, really well, or oh, okay, I need to change this up. It's constantly adapting, constantly reacting to what I see and the price action that is given. And hopefully the market can heat up for us in these next few weeks. Going into Thanksgiving, the week of Thanksgiving is usually hot. And then obviously December, January, February, I know Alex is very, very excited. So yeah, that's really all I got for my trading. And yeah, just ready to take it one day at a time for this coming week. And I think you guys are going to start to see a real change in my process over the next few weeks. So excited, but I'm not getting hyped up. I'm not getting euphoric, because every time I say like I'm getting hyped up or anything like that, I end up making those mistakes and trading terribly. So I'm just gonna go in with the mindset of I don't have to trade today and wait for what I know I need to see.
That's my mindset every day.
Yeah, literally, like as soon as the 3 bells ring on TOS, I say to myself, no, I don't have to trade today. Or sometimes I even say I'm not trading today. That's what I said on Friday.
Yeah, so first I want to say about mistakes is, as Xander and Sam said in the previous episode, they're never going to go away from us. But just important to not make, you know, like it's important to make mistakes that still make your trades good. But, you know, like little mistakes. But if you make like a mistake that completely ruins your trade, then that's different, because that's like a major mistake. So it's important to just get rid of those big mistakes and just know that you can be perfect. There's no way.
Oh, of course.
So yeah,
and sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was about to change the topic.
I was going to say that's super, super important, because there's a difference between, you know, making a constructive mistake and making just a dumb mistake that is completely avoidable. I've been making way too many dumb mistakes that I know I can control, that I have to avoid. And there's a big difference between those mistakes and, okay, I like, hey, I exited too early, or I added here when I like shouldn't have, and then I exited too early, too late. You know, those are different mistakes. But stupid, avoidable mistakes that I know I can control, it's not the market's fault. I hate when people blame the market for stupid crap. That stuff that has blatantly like has to do with them and them only. Like, I take full responsibility because I know I screw up on certain things that I know I can't screw up on. And I don't know. I just feel like people tame, or they tie their trading way too much with the market, and they don't look inward and be like, what am I doing wrong? Instead of trying to say, oh, the market is this, the market is that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So about mental capital, I think it's also very important, because as my first trade showed, like MMTLP, I missed ABB because of that. So it's important to just like choose the right ones and don't waste mental capital on not ideal ones. Even though it like you won't lose a lot of money, but you'll lose a lot of in the opportunity cost.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's important. And
definitely.
One thing I want to say, like, I think, so me and I think you too, we're completely the opposite of beginner traders, because they all they overtrade. I mean, yeah, maybe you did overtrade before, like
I'm done with that. I'm
yeah,
done with
but
that.
that was for like a few, maybe a month, right? But I know.
Oh yeah,
like,
over a month. Oh yeah.
but like beginners, they like overtrade a lot. But I'm completely the opposite. I'm like, I better to just have a week with one trade than like 10 trades.
Of
So
course.
I think that's just a psychological thing, because some traders, they like trade a lot, but then they lose, and like even one good trade comes, it still that doesn't make anything.
Right.
So yeah, I was gonna say something.
No, that's okay.
Well,
You can come back to it if you remember. I can respond to something you said about mental
yeah.
capital.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me personally, I know this is a little bit off topic, but me and Alex have very strong feelings about college, and and so what I usually do is I do like obviously all of my school stuff throughout the week, and then I grind out on Friday nights, finishing like all my major essays, all my major assignments, absolutely like staying up late, finishing all that stuff, so that in the weekend I can rest, I can rewind, I cannot have any of that stuff, I can work on trading stuff in order to be ready for Monday. But I came to the realization on Thursday is that during the week is when I need to be completely mentally focused and ready to go for trading, because that's when the freaking market's open. So why am I saving all of that clear brain time for the weekend when the market's closed? Like what I should do is I should split up that bulk of my work. So like half of it during the week, half of it on the weekend, because I need that 50% mental capital to go to my trading and not into my college bullshit. When in beforehand, I was finishing it all during the week and then not doing it on the weekends and focusing on trading stuff, but the market's closed. So I just had a ton of like internal thoughts of like, hang on, why am I wasting this mental capital on this when I can do it on the weekend and use that mental capital to be better for trading and make sure my mind is completely there so I don't do this and this. And it was just, this was on Thursday. This was on Thursday. And I was talking to myself in the shower. I'm just talking to myself and I'm like, if I do this, this mental capital, do this here, if I split this up with this. And I was just having a big realization on how important it is to manage your daily routine and your mental capital, because yes, you have a knowledge account. Yes, you have a monetary account, but you also have a mental account. Your trading account can be at zero. Your knowledge account is at zero when you start. But if you overwork yourself, your mental capital can also be at zero. So you got to make sure that all of those things are in check. And, yeah. And I just came to a realization and I was like, wow, that's like super cool. And I got to fix this and this. And yeah, that was just a little piece I had on mental capital that I was thinking about.
So about the overtrading, I think the reason why we don't overtrade is because like oh yeah, I realized that. It's because like we are young, and this is the first thing we learned about trading. So we have this mindset immediately, but other people who they start like in the late 20s, they already had another job, so that they had that mindset, and then they came to trading. And trading mindset is completely different than the other things. Like it's a different mindset.
Of course.
Yeah. So
oh yeah,
we didn't have another mindset. Like what mindset you can have like from high school? There's nothing like that. So we just came to trading from like fresh, and this was the only thing we learned. So that's why we have the best mindset. But other people, they have other ones, so it messes up, and it's hard to like have the correct mindset. So very grateful. I tell them myself every single day that we started that early. This is just crazy. Like when I see other people, they started in like late 30s, like they just don't have that much time, and freedom to learn this. But we started early. We don't have anything else to care about. I mean, except college, but still.
yeah.
So yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's important. I love that you said that this is like all we knew and we started off on the right foot. Like if someone asks you, like, I want to learn how to trade, I would straight up tell them, get rid of everything you're thinking in your brain about trading and money and the stock market and all of that, because it's the complete polar opposite of what you need in order to succeed. They're gonna be like, yeah, I want to make money, I want to trade a ton, I want to do this every single day, I want to, I want to get a Lambo tomorrow. Find me a hot pick so I can make 1,000% in the next week. And
Oh, yeah.
it sounds really silly to us, and people that are really like grounded and disciplined in trading, but this is how a lot of people are. Like, a lot of people actually will genuinely say that, and they will genuinely mean it. And it's just like, that's why 90+%, I'm thinking it's around 95% of traders lose. And there's a reason for that. And it's truly because you have to change the way you think. That's all it comes down to. So
One thing I want to add is when I first found Tim Sykes, right? So I wrote like a letter to myself, like about what I want to do, and I still have it. And I know at that time I was interested in like, what is it? Like different shoes, like selling. So I wanted to learn that, and I remember I wrote that I wanna like learn trading, so I can like be free, like don't think about money. And then I said, and to buy some shoes, and I was like a $500 shoes, and that was like a year ago, and I still can't do that. So why would you expect to like buy like, I don't know, become rich in like a few months? Because I know it's gonna happen, but it's gonna take a lot of time. But then when it actually happens, then you're gonna make the shoes like a few shoes a second, so a minute.
wait. What shoes?
It doesn't matter. Like easy, like um, Air Jordan, like just.
No, I was just asking. So I was curious
Oh
what
yeah,
shoes you're eyeing on.
no, it doesn't matter. Not anymore.
Not anymore. Priorities have changed.
Yeah, not anymore. It just amazing. And I was listening to the Steady Trade podcast with Jack Schwartz, like Jack 2.0, and he was saying how when he was making like $20, $200, he was imagining that like in a few years, the same process I would use, and I will make like 2,000. It was like, oh, that's crazy. That's exactly what he's doing right now. So like, I have no doubts that it's gonna happen to me too. Like literally no doubts. Like it's 100% gonna happen to you, to every one of us.
Of course.
It's just crazy how you're like, I just know it's gonna happen. Like I just know, because I know how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna 10 times my size, 100 times. I mean, that's not like just a mental thing. So the process is the same thing.
Yeah, that is super important. It's a super great realization that I know all of us have went through. And I remember speaking in an episode in the past where Alex just said, I literally said to myself, the same process that I'm working on right now is the same process that is going to make me consistently profitable and make this, my full career and all the success that is coming for us in the future. And I was like, that's freaking awesome, man. Like we're laying down all the groundwork. We're going through the nitty gritty, going through the dirt. We're figuring out exactly what we need to do. But once we like have it completely like figured out, then it's just sizing up, not thinking about like, sizing up at all. Just like using R is like super awesome. It's just so amazing, because I know if I wasn't using R, I would be like, oh my gosh, 700 position size. That's kind of big. When I look at it like, oh, I'm risking $12.
Yeah.
It's much different. And so yeah, using R is fantastic, and not thinking about it in position. But yeah, that's super important about process. Love that.
Well, I think it was a nice episode, huh?
Yeah, I think
Nice
it was a great episode. Do you have anything
20s.
else?
No, I think we went over everything.
Yeah, I think that about sums it up. It was flowing really, really well. We just went one thing into the other and flowed really some good conversation. So is that all you got, Alex? I think that's all I got. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Hope this one can help you guys. It definitely helped us. These episodes really help us on when we do these on the weekends to speak our thoughts, to kind of vent if we have something we need to get off our chest related to trading. So yeah, this was super awesome for us. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already. If you like what we're doing here, go ahead and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified about every one of our uploads. As I said, this is episode 20, and we're going to keep going. We're going to keep doing this, and going to be seeing a lot of big things coming in the next few months. And yeah, we're just taking it one day at a time. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you guys for watching this episode. We will see you in next week's episode. There will be more of us at it, hopefully. And but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your week, and good luck in your trading. So,
Bye.
cheers.
I was listening to the Steady Trade podcast with Jack Schwartz, number 8, right? And he said
Number
one
7.
thing. Oh yeah. Wait.